So let me get this straight. Considering the history the black community has had with this country and its government, you think it's a good idea to argue against the Second Amendment. You want us to wholly depend on the government for our safety, the same government who at one point hosed us down with water, attacked us with dogs, and wouldn't allow us to eat at their restaurants, and told us we couldn't own guns when bumbling fools with sheets on their heads were riding around burning crosses on our lawns and murdering us. This makes sense to you. In my mind, the guy telling me to get rid of my guns when I need them the most isn't my friend, isn't looking out for my best interests, and doesn't speak for me or the community that I'm part of. Stop confusing the issue. This isn't a black or white, Democrat or Republican issue. This is common sense. This is self-preservation. It's about natural rights. Let's talk about what's going on in the inner cities where most of the population is predominantly black. Chicago is raking up body counts like it's a video game, yet it has the highest form of gun control. It's not a gun problem. It's not even a violence problem. It's a culture problem. It's a poverty problem. It's a history problem. Middle America has more guns than food, but they aren't killing each other like they have 9 lives. You can't blame the government for the state of the black community, then try to backdoor and advocate us wholly depending on them for our safety. Everyone in the inner city isn't a gangbanger. So what about those people? You want to leave those people defenseless too? How can you look someone in the face who's living in a modern day war zone and tell them that they shouldn't have a gun? Is the U.S. Army going to be in Chicago when someone's house gets invaded? Are the police going to be there when somebody gets robbed? Or are they just going to show up and take the report about what happened? All the while you're rolling around with 50 bodyguards and living in a modern day fortress. Martin Luther King had bodyguards and still tried to get a concealed carry permit, but was denied. But somehow regular folks don't need guns. Some people like to ask, so what you're saying is basically the answer to the gun violence in the inner city is more guns? Well, when the guns are already outlawed in the city and there's 3 dudes kicking in your door with guns, yes. Hard words on paper don't stop hard bullets, and an ostrich with his head in the sand still gets his neck cut off.